Well, greetings. I'm here with Sinatembo. Sinatembo graduated from Bridges Academy a year ago. He's currently a student at the University of Cape Town. He's majoring in political science, and now he's just finished his first year at University of Cape Town, and he's back, just spent a little time with the Academy students here at Bridges. And so I asked him if he'd mind just sharing with us a few questions. And the first thing, Sinatembo, is if you would just tell us how your time at Bridges Academy prepared you for your next step in your education.
Thank you, Bill. Well, actually, I pretty much say the whole experience being at Bridges kind of like propelled me, and kind of like nurtured me and equipped me with like the necessary academic and social skills that I actually need to kind of like adhere to when I'm like in the outside world, meaning like in the adult world. Like for an example, we all know that Bridges Academy is a Christian boarding school, and in doing so, once you're at university, you are pretty much faced with like so many things with people who believe like in different stuff, and being at Bridges kind of like helped me in a way spiritually to kind of like be able to tackle those challenges whenever I'm faced with like people of different faiths than my faith, meaning Christianity, and how do I actually respond to them, and how do I stand firm in my faith and actually stand firm that I know that I'm a Christian, and I know that I won't be pretty much be intimidated or be misguided by those kind of things. So, and academically, so to speak, we pretty much like life at Bridges was, well, for starters, Mrs. Feldman, our principal, she made sure that we had like lots of work, and in doing so, we had to meet like deadlines like on a regular basis. And if you missed like your deadline, so to speak, you pretty much get like into you pretty much lose marks or get a punishment or detention or whatsoever. So, and that whole experience of having to meet deadlines like on a regular basis in terms of my studies helped me to be able to cope at university, because we all know like at university you're pretty much given deadlines, and if you do not meet like the deadline, and then that's it. So academically it kind of like helped me in that sense, and socially, so to speak, Bridges helped me in a manner that if you've been out here at Bridges, you know that even like most of the staff are of different ethnic groups and of different race groups, and we've got Afrikaners, white people, English people, like closest like myself, and colored people. So it helped me in a sense to kind of like be able to relate to people, because right before I actually came to Bridges, because you all know this, some of you probably know me, I'm from the Philippi Township, and which is pretty much like a black area, and we black people, well, in the township anyway, we've got this mindset that you know Afrikaner people, since they were like our our oppressors, like in the apartheid era, that like they are all kind of like evil or racist and all that stuff, like all of them. So once I came to Bridges, that whole experience helped me, because most of my teachers were like Afrikaners, and they were like the best teachers, and I at some point had to confess to them that you actually know what, right before I actually came to Bridges, I actually had this stereotype about you guys, because I was brought up like in this manner that you guys are pretty much like racist and all that stuff. So being at Bridges helped me to pretty much be able to relate to race groups, like to different race groups, and be tolerant, like in terms of, because truth be told, we've got like different ideologies, whether religiously or politically, and in South Africa, like political ideologies are pretty much a contested like issue, because so that whole experience helped me in that sense.
All right, well, thank you very much. Now, okay, you're at university now, so tell me, you've just completed your first year. How did it go?
First year, how it went, I'll pretty much say it was daunting and tiring at the same time, because being the fact that like UCT because I'm attending at the University of Cape Town. It's kind of like the number one institution in Africa. So it's kind of like our Ivy League school. Like you guys have got Harvard, Stanford, Yale, and Massachusetts. Like those kind of university, and UCT is like our Ivy League school. So the standard is pretty much high. And coming from like a disadvantaged background and having English as my second language, at times that was pretty much difficult because you're pretty much taught like in English, and UCT kind of like adopts certain standards like from like some of the top universities in the world, and applies them like to our university. So at times for someone like myself who comes from like a disadvantaged background, and it can be tiring and also difficult at the same time, but I pretty much I'm sure with all the people who have prayed for me, and with the fact that I actually kind of like worked hard and trusted God that he will see me through all of this, it went well. Yes, at times it was hard, having like even in terms of because you basically meet like different people like at GCT, because you've got kids who come from like wealthy backgrounds. You've got kids whose parents are like whose grandfathers or grandparents are like presidents of like some of the African countries, like say Central African countries. So you are faced with like all those different dynamics, and with you, the fact that you come from like a disadvantaged background, and those whole experiences and those whole interactions with like all those people at times can be eye-opening, like to have a different perspective to how some people actually lead their lives, and at the same time it can have like a negative impact, because at times you pretty much ask yourself, okay, I'm not coping here, okay, why God, why me, and all that stuff. But academically it was challenging. I won't lie, it was challenging.
All right. Well, okay. Last question would be, this will go back to a lot of Bridges Academy supporters back in the States. So do you have any words for them?
Oh, thank you, Bill. I pretty much say, like, speaking in general to all whom have supported Bridges of Hope in general, be it financially or coming out or helping out or giving out your time, even in prayer, or sending out letters to some of the kids. Pretty much want to tell the guys, your letters, the time, the money you guys send in, and even how small it is, even if you donate like soccer balls or whatsoever, that to us means a lot, and that to us at times helps us. We as orphaned kids like know that there's actually people out there who are actually thinking about our well-being, and who are actually generous enough to give up their time and finances, because I'm pretty much sure some of you guys have make sacrifices when you give out money at Bridges. But I want to tell you that your prayers, your support is well thought of, and we pretty much at times think about that. And I, for one, am someone who was privileged enough, since from like the beginning of the OVC group I was part of, and I've seen so many people, and I've learned a lot from you guys by just coming out here, and through your letters I still have some. And I still have got some letters which I received like way back in 2005, and I still read them like to this day, because at times when I was feeling really sad, I used to read those letters and stuff like that. So to all those who have supported Bridges, and to all those who are actually still currently supporting Bridges, keep on doing what you're doing. God will reward you greatly.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Thomas. Very good. All right. And best of luck to you.
Thank you.